Sir, kindly permit me to raise this matter of urgent public importance in this august House. The Hindustan Newsprint Limited is in great distress for the last 1 year. More than 5,000 employees have not been paid their wages and other benefits for the last 1 year. This matter was brought up by me before this august House during the last session of Parliament. There was a discussion held in Kolkata with the liquidator of the parent company, Hindustan Paper Corporation Limited, along with the representatives of the Government of Kerala, State Bank of India, Canara Bank, and the Managing Director of HNL. It is understood that during the meeting, the liquidator has agreed to hand over 100% shares of HNL to the Government of Kerala for a consideration of Rs 25 crore. It is my humble request to the Government of India, especially to the Ministry of Heavy Industries, to give approval to the same immediately, so that the company can restart its operations and the employees are paid their wages. This would have a boosting impact on the newspaper industry and more than 5,000 families depending on this industrial unit for their survival. Sir, I would like to give my honorable friend some good information. There are hundreds of extraordinary things that CSIR has done. I can name all of them, but I will just name a couple of things. Right now, there was a discussion in this house about what we do with plastic. So I am just adding to that. In 2016, I went to a CSIR lab in Dehradun, which is called the Indian Institute of Petroleum. In one small room, they were doing a research about converting plastic waste into wealth. I must tell you that in 2019, just after taking over the charge of this ministry, I went to the same laboratory. They have set up a big plant in the campus where in 24 hours, our Indian Institute of Petroleum is converting 1 ton of plastic waste, which they collect from the whole city of Dehradun with their own efforts and with the help of NGOs, into 800 liters of diesel. This waste can get converted into petrol and petrochemicals also. Following that, we got a meeting organized in Delhi. We called all the corporations, all the DDA people, and this technology can be scaled up to 100 tons. If it is scaled up to 10 tons, you can convert it into 8,000 liters of diesel. In Delhi also, we are going to set up all these plants with the help of DDA. You must have seen that aeroplane flying on 26th January. It was run on biojet fuel which was made by Jetrova plant. It has been made by CSIR for the first time. And ours is amongst the only 2 or 3 countries in the whole world to make it. Now we are flying these aeroplanes with that fuel, from an atomic clock to virtually everything like Saras, the small commercial aircraft which is going to help us in regional connectivity. The ink that you use in the elections were developed in our own CSIR labs. Today, the ink is exported and we get a royalty between Rs 2 crore and Rs 3 crore only with this ink. Before I had seen the CSIR labs, I did not know about the achievements of CSIR or the creditable work being done by it. So I request all the honorable members to visit CSIR labs all over the country, and they will have a different picture about the scientists who have delivered fantastic outcomes for this country and made us proud all over the world. Sir, no doubt the Central Institute of Psychiatry in Ranchi is a very prestigious institution and it is one of the oldest institutions of the country. After the enactment of the National Mental Health Act in this House in 2017 and its notification in 2018, the government has a huge program all over the country which supports strengthening of mental health care services at all places, which includes this place also, starting from the primary health center to psychiatry department in a medical college to the 41 mental hospitals run by various state governments. There is a huge scheme in which when a plan is made by the respective hospital or a department or an institution like this, we support them to be converted into centers of excellence. The government pays something like Rs 33 crore for an institution. For departments in medical colleges, support at different levels is provided to all those places which have projected their requirements. I would also urge the members, including the honorable members who has asked the question, to go and visit either the psychiatry departments in the various medical colleges or the exclusive mental hospitals in their respective states, or the national institutions like the ones at Tezpur, Bengaluru, and Ranchi. Of course, in the new aims also we have set up these departments. There is a well-defined, comprehensive, thoroughly inclusive scheme which is already supporting these institutions. So I am so happy to tell you that out of 718 districts in the country, we are right now supporting 655 districts. This district mental health program is also operational in 535 districts. So I would suggest that the honorable member who is concerned about Ranchi should take proactive interest in the proposals made by the Ranchi institution for its support. In fact, NIMHANS Bengaluru has done a lot of surveys on the Ranchi Institute. There are some issues there like internal conflicts and internal differences of opinion amongst the faculty and the workers about the development of the institute. But I would urge upon the honorable member to personally visit that institute and help the government in improving the conditions there. I would request all the honorable members to take proactive interest in improvement of psychiatry departments in the respective medical colleges in their state or any one of the 41 exclusive mental hospitals in the country. Those who are proactively working have already got the support. Those who now come out with support will get all possible help from our side. Sir, we have had a lot of discussion on this subject for the past few days, but what we actually need is not just the discussion, the committees and the reports. What we need is instant action. Sir, 133 crore people of our country need an instant action. Air pollution has been recognized as the world's largest single environmental health risk, and the average PM 2.5 in our air is equal to smoking 7 cigarettes. This means that we have come to a point where instead of feeding bottles, infants are made to smoke a pack of cigarettes through natural breathing process. There are equal number of non-smoker lung cancer patients as that of smoker patients. E-vaping has been banned, but our environment itself has become a vaping chamber. Numerous industries, transport, random burning of waste and the road making process are the contributors to the natural vaping system. Having said that, I would request the government to spread among the masses that as much as it is our responsibility to make provisions, equal participation has to come from their end as well. People of our country are sensible enough to understand that we do not need Kiki challenge, 10-year challenge or ice bucket challenge to go viral. We should take up the challenge for cleaning up our environment. I request eminent personalities on social media to initiate this Shuddh Hawa challenge. Even for the sake of likes and comments, a small contribution can definitely be made. I would request the Honorable Prime Minister and all other members to take up this initiative. If every individual conserves energy, uses public transport or opts for carpool and uses energy efficient products, a huge difference can be brought about. In order to deal with this monstrous issue, rigid and stern steps are inevitable. The government has to impose a cap on use of coal instead of digging new coal mines. The existing ones should be capped and renewable energy sources must be worked upon. India, being the initiator of International Solar Alliance, must take help of the Surya Devata to deal with the Vayu Devata. Fuel burning has to be stopped, otherwise an incident like the Great Smog of London is inevitable in India. Now I come to the issue of stubble burning. The government should take strong steps and initiate a stubble collection program by providing small incentives to farmers. This can easily be reused for different purposes like making paper, packing material, biomass pellet, and even biomass power plants can be set up. It is a gift of nature which has so many reusable properties. This solution lies in the problem itself, just like a tricky question of a competitive examination. We just need smart and strict actions. We must also impose a strict ban on production and use of firecrackers. People involved in this industry can work in the stubble recycling units. This will protect innumerable children and adults involved in this sector. After all, it is a festival of lights and not sound. I would like to end by repeating myself that a mass participation with extra impetus from the government's end is required to tackle the problem of air pollution. I once again thank you for giving me a chance to speak on this issue.